Welcome to Diski Internacionale, where South African football lives.
Inda and Sesane for the first time, so a very interesting lineup, a mix of 2023. There's perhaps a little bit of an imbalance in some of the keen eye on the likes of Sesane and Inda to see how well they have recovered from their respect. Now we are underway here. Orlando Pirates getting us up and running, looking to become the first Carling.
They have a Peterson that can marshal the youngsters in the back four.
Well, back in 2023, Kune had two fairly experienced players in front of him, Raman Pahlele and Jabula Ngobo. KAIZER would be a great example. He scored in 2023 as he puts this one in. Has always had such terrific set-piece ability as Fundo Vilakazi.
One thing I can tell you, Grant, with Fundo Vilakazi is when he was spotted by Gudon holding the ball, there's the set-piece we're talking about, putting it to the back post. Then Buthelezi had to make sure that he gets a connection to it, because at the far post, a brilliant run was made by one of the attackers of the All-Stars.
One goal in 6 months of DDC action, and then hit 13 in 3 after that brace for the All-Stars.
As early as the first minute, one thing we can pick up is that the All-Stars, they're looking to play that ball just behind the defense of Orlando Pirates, because they know Van Rooyen will be looking to attack most of the time, and this man in Londo will be the...
For Langa. He's lifted it into a fairly dangerous area with his head, but Hlongwane couldn't connect with that. He's impressed Mangobe Mwiti in the two training sessions that he's seen of young Hlongwane. He made specific mention of him this week.
Absolutely, and that, you see the experience of Magaola there. He knows that Vilakazi is going to be beaten with pace, so he just puts his body on Vilakazi's body just to bring him down. Professional foul, nothing malicious, just to break the attack play. And you look at the love between the two.
Almost showed it to Sales, and Hlongwane closing down Melusi Buthelezi. Hlongwane with that brace last year. He's the only player alongside Cassius Malula in the history of the Carling Cup, coming from a superb assist from Rele Mofokeng, who seems to be rediscovering his best form at just the right time, as offside called here against Hlongwane.
You mentioned in the coach Wadu, as we look at this, Sales again.
Salas, one touch, brilliantly done, and well, it's the man that you want to connect with the ball on the edge of the area, but he hasn't got it right this time around.
I'm enjoying this combination play here between Sales, Alende and Hlongwane. Look how he sets up the ball, but Hlongwane, how he can so confident to hold the ball in just in front of those two central defenders.
Now it's gone all the way through. Buthelezi will get there ahead of Hlongwane. There have been moments where it's been evident, lucky that these players don't play together regularly, but then there have been other instances where they've put together some really slick stuff.
And you know, we look at the bench.
Who's Sangani? Datuma racing after it, and Peterson gets there first. In your shot, Ponkosi Onto. Robin Mwiti is up off the bench. He did say that he will involve the champion coach as much as possible in the decision-making processes over the course of this game, and he's allowed him to have his input during the training session. Coach Tonton, 31-year-old, who hails from Singa right here at KZN. So to KZN boys offensively, looking to get the better of him here, and Dion Hotto has done tremendously well with an extravagant piece of skill. Still alive for Pirates eventually.
There we go. Look at the experience. Look at the captain. And that's what he does very well. And you know, he just puts his left hand to block Marco so he can give himself room to bring that cross in. Radiopan colliding with Kabinde, and he gets up quickly to make that ball, the block just go through.
Quality to the park, will Santos.
He's done well, Vilakazi. I mean, the first 45, everything was going through him on that right-hand side. The combination play, finding Sales and Hlongwane. And you see how the coach is happy with him. He's giving it his all. And, you know, that...
Santos strikes, takes a deflection, and over the top. Dushabalala latching onto that one. Otto into space. That's a good ball from Otto. Oh! The opener has come in stunning fashion from Lutuli. A magical moment for the Carling Knockout Kings. A week after lifting that trophy, they've taken a step towards another.
Always said, Grant, a game can be won from the bench, and that's what we're witnessing with this Orlando Pirates team. They have introduced Lutuli, and this was the first touch of the ball from him. You look how he bends his run, but good distribution from Telezi, finding Hoto. Hoto's always be playing those balls, looking for the runs behind the defenders. Look at Lutuli, how he gets to the ball, and he can notice that Mokoena has left his lines. He just loops it over Mokoena, but what a brilliant run. You know, he just ran off the shoulders of the last defenders, freed himself, got to that ball with his lanky feet. He just strided, and then he put it just over Mokoena's head. Mokoena just feel that he just should have kept his line, not go out early, because he sold himself there. He was in no man's land. That's where Lutuli just easy tap in, but for him the confidence to just tap it over and the dance. Auswege. Absolutely, sometimes the injury, Grant, can set you back, but it's the mental strength to recover from the injury and go to a default setting.
Radiopan has always had so much strength, drives forward, and scores brilliantly. Deposits that in the bottom corner. Expert finish from Boitumelo Radiopan.
One thing I can tell you, you mentioned it yourself right now. You said the strength that Radiopan has to go past players and block the players. We've seen it in the DDC. He was loaned out at Cape Town Spurs. He was doing the same thing. He fell, you said injury, and then you look at the defeated face of Bennett Mokoena. That's because Bennett Mokoena and Radiopan comes from the Val. Look how he just goes past Kabinde. Kabinde should have just closed him down. The strength that he goes past the players, Langa first, and then just puts it past and keeps it hard and low to the furthest corner, and Mokoena is beat him. Look at Kabinde let himself down. He should have made a tackle to try block that ball, but Radiopan, he's the prolific striker you want. You know, it reminds you of the likes of Romario from Brazil back in the days.
And he had a choice to make to go on the outside of Kabinde and close his angle, but he backed himself to finish in the manner that he has, and my word, Santos did fire it forward for Bennett Mokoena. Now here come Orlando Pirates once again. Dion Hoto picking a good pass for Lutuli.
Thanks for watching Diski Internationale, where South African football lives. Subscribe for more.